Hi there, my name is Alex, and today I want to talk to you about why it's not always a good idea to think of kiu as meaning who. Before I do that though, I want to show you the cool shirt that I'm wearing. It was just sent to me a couple days ago by the folks at Mirinda Mondo. They have a store on Redbubble where they sell Esperanto related merchandise like t-shirts and coffee mugs and things. This one is the one I picked out. They said, pick one out to show off to everyone. I picked this out because it's a fun pun and I'm into puns. It says kolego, which in Esperanto means both a colleague and a huge neck. So we have a hipster professor type giraffe who is a colleague and he also has a huge neck. I prefer shirts like this over shirts that just say Esperanto because there's a little more to talk about. It's a conversation starter and it shows that we can be clever in this language instead of just being overly literal and boring. Some people get that mistaken impression of Esperanto. No, we're in it for the fun and the wordplay. The shirt on the back doesn't have anything written, so that's nice. It's just right here in the front. You can choose to have the artwork on the back though. You can also pick a variety of colors and styles like long sleeve, mid sleeve, short sleeve. I picked this one because, yellow and black works great because that's what a giraffe is. And the length of the shirt, I like. I was afraid because a lot of shirts these days get really long to where I feel like I'm wearing a nightie or something like that. But yeah, not too long at all. And it's got a nice fit to it. So I wear a medium. I'm 6'1". That's what I wear. So yeah, I recommend you check them out. I'll put a link again in the video description so you can see what else they have available. Now, kiu does not equal who. Well, sometimes it does, but don't think of it as meaning who, meaning a person until proven otherwise. No, that can get you in trouble, that can confuse you. I get that, in a rush to show how easy Esperanto is, people can mislead you accidentally and go, oh, it's easy. Kio equals what and kiu equals who. Cool, next. No, it's a little more complicated than that. Here's how we know where kio is used and when kiu is used. Kio means what, as in what general overall thing. Kiu means which specific one, which specific person, place, thing, or idea. So if you're specifying, that's when you use kiu. But if you're just kind of getting an overall sense, that's when kio comes into play. For example, vi mangis la pomon kiun mi aĉetis. You ate the apple which I bought. If you were taught that kiu equals who, then you'd read that and go, you ate the apple who I bought. Well, shouldn't it be kio instead of kiu? I don't understand. Well, no, kiu is fine there because you need to think of it as which specific one? The specific one which I bought, okay? Then the problem goes away. So yes, kiu equals who when it happens to be describing which specific person. Specific person or which person equals who. But which place, which thing, that doesn't mean who. So that's where it's better to think of which first. And until you get a better sense of the language and when to use one or the other, don't use who in your translations, okay? Just go, which person? That person, okay? Kiun pomon vi volas? Which apple do you want? I want that apple. In a situation like that, you're probably showing me a whole basket of apples that I can pick from, okay? If you just said, kiun vi volas? What do you want? Mi volas pomon. I want an apple. What vague thing do you want? I know the thing that I want is an apple. But we haven't gotten to the specifics yet. It's not until I bring out some apples and show them to you and let you pick from among a group of apples. That's when you would say, kiun pomon mi volas? Mi volas tiun specifan pomon. That specific apple, okay? So you never say kio pomo, kion pomon. Never put kio, io, or tio, those kind of words next to another o word. That's not okay. But you can put an kiu, tiu, iu next to a word like pomo to specify that specific, some specific, every specific, or which specific one. That's fine. So just know that two O's next to each other is an uh-oh, okay? That's not good. Just to show further that kio does not always mean a thing and kiu does not always mean a person, let me give you a couple questions back to back. Kio vi estas? That's just like it is in English. Oh, what are you? If you said that in English, the person would respond, I'm a plumber, an architect, a banker. Similarly, we're talking about our profession here. Kio vi estas? Aktoro. Mi estas aktoro. But if you said kiu vi estas, then I'm saying which specific person are you out of all the specific people in the world. Then I would say Alexo, I am Alex, okay? So that has nothing to do with the fact that one is a pencil and one is a person. No, both cases here, we're talking about a person, and up here, it's not a problem that we're talking about an apple and using kiu. So kiu does not mean who in Esperanto, but sometimes it can. I hope that clarifies things up for some of you guys. And let me just remind teachers, fellow people who guide others in Esperanto learning. It can be tempting to go, oh, Esperanto is so easy to learn. I want you to learn it. It only has 16 grammatical rules that you have to memorize, and then that's it. And then you're just learning vocab. And it's super simple. In fact, you can remember that always Q equals who, and Kio equals what, and Kie equals where, and C, you've already got them down. You're so good and cool. Isn't that fun? I know it's tempting to make it seem so simple, but the truth is, yes, this language is way easier than pretty much any other language in the world, but it's still a complicated beast with a lot of things you have to keep track of. And so oversimplifying when you explain something to someone can throw them off later and make what you were trying to sell them as super easy into something that's twice as complicated than it would have been if you'd taken a little more time in the initial explanation. So this still isn't rocket science, but it is important to know that kiu is a little more complicated and a little more varied in its meaning than just who. Okay? Sweet. Thank you so much for watching. Please check out the store, in case you want to get any cool Esperanto gear yourself, and have a wonderful day.